Hello, welcome to Happy World TV's interview program. For the safer society, we are talking with the police. Today, I invited Inspector Scott Webb, who is the road policing manager. Hello, Scott.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thanks. Yeah.
I think you are very busy at the moment.
Yes, we are. We're coming into what we call our silly season. Very busy.
Or silly season.
Yes.
While everybody enjoys the holidays, you are more busy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a lot more staff working, particularly in the road policing area. Yes, at this time of year, it's a very busy time.
Yeah. I've heard that fortunately the fatalities or something like that going down.
Yes, they are.
Like that.
Yeah, they are. But that's why we're here to reduce deaths and serious injury on our roads, and to have a very high visible presence and many checkpoints and lots of police staff out and about on the roads.
Many cameras.
Yes, cameras as well. Yes, there's mobile police patrols, and there are the traffic safety cameras in various locations as well.
Speed limit is very strict on holidays, especially.
Yes, it is, and generally in the holiday period there is a 4K tolerance, and that is set by the static and mobile cameras, as well as staff. But look, the speed limits are what they are, and our staff always have discretion with those. So what I say to people is, travel to that speed limit. And I know a lot of people will set their cruise control to a little bit higher, but our advice is not to do that, to stay on that speed limit. It's there for a reason. The lower the speeds, the less deaths and serious injuries on our roads.
What do you think are the main reason for the casualties?
The main reasons are speed and alcohol. They contribute to roughly a third of all the deaths and serious injuries on our roads. So, and in the holiday period, when a lot of people are travelling during the day at speed, it's speed-related crashes and serious injuries and fatalities. So that's the main focus. The other is restraints. So we need to, everybody needs to make sure that they're buckled in and use their safety belts at all times, and not only themselves but their passengers, and with the young children in the cars with car seats and the booster seats, they need to make sure that everyone is secured. If you have your safety belts on, the chances of survival or having a less serious injury are a lot higher. So the other part is, obviously, as I said, is the alcohol, but any impairment, so alcohol and drugs, do not even get behind the wheel at all. And the other part that is a significant factor is distractions. And distractions are mostly cell phones. People are highly distracted. That some people will put makeup on. You sometimes see, if you're in the motorway, people will be putting makeup on and looking in the mirror and not looking on the road ahead. Some people can be distracted by animals, pets leaping about or sitting on their lap, and our police staff have even stopped people who have had big sort of like computer screens watching TV shows, and a computer sized screen in the middle of their dashboard. So distractions, and of course speed. So we have a mnemonic we use, and it's called RIDS. So R is for restraints, I for impairment, D for distractions, and S for speed. So that's how we remember it, and we often relay that to people. Just think of RIDS.
RIDS.
That's the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the end of the year or the beginning of the year, many people are going out for holidays, and they are facing not familiar environments.
Yeah.
So you should be very careful for
Yeah.
driving.
Yeah, that's true. And a lot of Aucklanders or people in Tamaki Makaurau leave and go to holiday places, north or south, and they go to roads they're not familiar with. Sometimes those roads can be unsealed,
Yeah.
metal, gravel roads, which makes it even more dangerous. And, we can have, although it's summer, we still have flash flooding and weather events which make the roads even more slippery. So if it's a hot weather and then we have some heavy rain, the roads are much more slippery. So we ask everyone just to be mindful of that and just mindful of that. If they're not familiar with the area, just stick to those speed limits. The warning signs are there as you come up to a corner you're not familiar with. There's always that yellow sign that says this is the advisory speed, that you should travel around that corner. Our advice is to always be cognizant of that signage, because that's a safe way to go around a corner, particularly if you're not familiar.
Any other good advice for safer driving or something like that?
Yeah, the main ones I could give is if we just remember those rids, to make sure everyone's buckled up in the car, because ultimately the driver's responsible. So if the passengers or family aren't secure, the driver is responsible. And then, no alcohol or drugs before driving. Put the cell phone away for the driving and all those other little distractions, and just watch the speeds. That's the main messages.
How about the hands-free mobile phone?
Yeah, hands-free is permissible, and
Better?
it's a lot better, and that's the whole idea of it. So you're not down like this, hands-free.
And the mobile phone is sometimes preventing traffic accidents from time to time.
Yes, definitely. We'd be lost without the mobility. So what we say to people is pull off to the side of the road, and if you see something or you come across a crash, move over. And that's the advantage of having hands free, particularly if you're following someone who's doing something really bad on the roads. The star 555 or 111 for an emergency.
Some drivers are very naughty,
Aggressive.
yes, and throw away the water bottles or something like that, while you see that kind of drivers, call 555?
Yes.
Okay.
And the motorway has specific staff that work the motorways. They're police staff in general, but they work the motorway environment, and it's a very it's quite a dangerous high speed live environment. So things like that cause accidents and distract people. So if people are doing that, let us know. Definitely.
Okay.
When the operator takes the call, the first thing they want to know is the location, and you often find when you ring in an emergency, they're always asking you where you are, so they can locate and geolocate it exactly where you are and get the units to the right place. So if you're on a motorway, just look at the signs where you are, particularly the exits. So I think for this one to get off was 435, so you just let them know that you're close to exit 435 or some reference point. Definitely.
I've talked to Inspector Scott Webb regarding road policing for holidays, especially for holidays. Thank you very much for your time.
You're most welcome. Thank you.